Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the Blu-ray release of Enter the Dragon from Arrow Video. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like the video and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So continuing on with my Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest box set from Arrow Video and Way of the Dragon, next on the list is Enter the Dragon, which unfortunately is probably my only disappointment about this box set. Now for many of you it won't be, but because I already have that HMV exclusive which I revealed in the original unboxing of the whole set, everything on this disc is exactly the same. I mean, it's practically that disc apart from the artwork has changed somewhat compared to what's in the HMV exclusive. Everything else is exactly the same. The quality of the print, the setup of the menu, all the extra features are there. I mean, it's literally that disc in my collection. Now, for those of you that don't have that HMV exclusive or don't have that extended 1998 edition of the movie, you have that. It's here. What a bonus. That is fantastic for you. Now, I have already done an unboxing video on that particular Blu-ray of that HMV exclusive, but for those of you who are here to see what is involved in this Arrow box set, I will go through what is on this disc. First of all though, I will say I am more than a little disappointed, and I probably already mentioned this in the box set unboxing, was that Tom Ralston doesn't get to do the same style of artwork on this, which is totally unfortunate. I mean, what a damn shame. Absolutely shame. It totally pulls it apart from what the rest of the Blu-ray, or sorry, the 4K discs have on there, which made them so special. I think Warner Brothers were probably a wee bit tight with this, if I'm being honest, because obviously they have that that 4K version coming out very, very soon. The 50th anniversary 4K edition, which is practically sold out everywhere I've looked. But that also, as far as I'm aware, contains everything that is on this disc and everything that is on that HMV exclusive. The only extra and added bonus is, of course, the 4K restoration, but that you also get the 4K restoration of the 1973 theatrical cut as part of that 4K collection, as much as a few other extras, which is wonderful. If I do find it, yes, I might just pick it up, because I was a wee bit disheartened to have already had this and just get it again as a throw-in. The other thing I did notice that on the spine here, the Warner Brothers logo is there instead of the Arrow logo, which is a damn shame. Is it Arrow or Golden Harvest? I can't remember what's on the rest just right now. But it does stand out when you've got that box sitting side by side. It does stand out. Look, regardless, I'm probably nitpicking because, again, you know, I was just expecting it to be a complete surprise to me, but you know what, let's go on with the show. Let me tell you what's involved on this disc, because it is absolutely still jam-packed and still worth checking out. The picture quality is great, just such a shame it wasn't the 4K, but then again, Warner Brothers would have lost out on all those sales of their 50th edition, 50th anniversary. So you know what, tomato tomato, whatever, it's there. I know a lot of you are going to go out and buy that 4K and replace this disc, and rightly so, because it is exactly the same with a couple of extras. Okay, anyway, here we have it. Enter the Dragon. Tons and tons of documentaries on here. I mean, tons of documentaries. One that starts us off is No Way, As Way. A lot of these are called behind the scenes, and they're not really behind the scenes. A lot of them are doco features. There's very few that are behind the scenes as such. No Way, As Way has interviews with the likes of George Takei, Sugar Ray Leonard, Shannon and Linda Lee, and plenty of others. And it's all about kind of like self-discovery and finding their way in life using Bruce's philosophy and old footage of him talking about that. Very, very cool. Probably runs for anywhere between 26-27 minutes, just around that mark. Then you have got Return to Hans Island, which is pretty cool. Actually really enjoyed this this extra feature. Again, I have seen it before, but I did watch it again here. It's about 10 minutes in length. It's a 10-minute feature that kind of revisits what's left of the Hong Kong locations, centered around what was Hans Island. Pretty cool, and it definitely one to watch if you are a massive fan of the movie. You've got Wing Chun, the art that introduced Kung Fu to Bruce Lee. That runs for, I think it was around 20 minutes in length. So it's pretty much a short doco on the Kung Fu art, and it kind of mixes film footage along with interviews and Wing Chun instructors, visits to the Shaolin Temple, that kind of thing. But again, pretty cool to see, especially if you're a fan of the art form itself. You've got a 30-minute making of Enter the Dragon, Blood and Steel, which is pretty cool. Again, I've seen it before, but it's pretty cool to watch. Runs for about 30 minutes and kind of interviews a lot of the producers and stuff behind the film. But great to see. It would have been nice to have had it maybe restored somewhat. What else we got on there? We have got Bruce Lee in His Own Words. Yes, Bruce Lee in His Own Words. It's an older short feature. Runs for around maybe just over 19 minutes in length. And it's really all about Bruce discussing life, martial arts, and so much more. Again, something that has probably been seen 100 times already, but a cool feature to have on here nonetheless. You have to remember how little original special features with Bruce there really are, and how many times they're recycled and put in to a lot of these things here. And this particular disc from Warner Brothers has a lot of those. You have got the interviews with Linda Lee Caldwell. I mean, there's so many interviews with Linda Lee Caldwell here. You will spend some time going through them. There's probably about, I would say there's probably about 10 short archival interviews with Linda Lee, and that's of course Bruce's wife, who talks about every aspect of Bruce's life, love, marriage, fatherhood, films, fighting. I mean, she goes through it all, and they're all quite short in length for the most part, so you will get through them rather quick, but they've broke them up here just so you can feel that there's a lot more to enjoy. Anyway, I'll let you see more of this while I rabbit on here. There's the cool 1973 featurette. It captured about 8 minutes of old Hong Kong and behind the scenes footage, which was pretty cool to see. I really like that. I really like that. I also enjoyed the backyard footage. Again, I've seen this before on the HMV exclusive. I totally forgot about it, so when I watched it again, it always puts a smile on my face, especially that final scene where Bruce is practicing his kicks. But yes, backyard workout with Bruce runs just for about 2 minutes in length, and it's black and white home footage featuring Bruce training, but it was pretty cool. I really liked it. Then we have that wonderful 1993 feature-length documentary narrated by George Takei, Curse of the Dragon. This runs for just under an hour and a half, and I remember when it was first released back in the early mid-90s. It had like a really dark red cover. It looked pretty awesome, I have to say, and one of the better, more professionally produced Bruce Lee documentaries of the time. Now, it does come unrestored. I have to say that was pretty disappointing, and again, I should have remembered that from the HMV exclusive, but still, presented in 4:3, very watchable, plenty enough going on throughout it to enjoy though, of course, and co-directed by Fred Weintraub, who produced and worked with Bruce and Jackie on a couple of different projects, of course. And then finally, there is a great collection, as expected, of trailers and TV spots and that throughout there to enjoy. Probably not as exciting as what's on the other films leading up to this, but typically Warner in its delivery. Yeah, this disc, I mean, is absolutely Warner. When you see any DC movie or Warner Brothers release, it has that typical setup on the menu, and that's exactly what's going on here. So yes, for me, a slight disappointment in that I already have it, and a slight disappointment in that Arrow weren't allowed to put their own touch to it. Tom wasn't allowed to do his artwork, and no doubt Tony also. So that for me was slightly a disappointing piece of it. Doesn't make me feel any worse about having this box set. It is absolutely glorious, of course. But there we have it, Enter the Dragon. If you don't already have the HMV exclusive or the Warner Brothers Blu-ray release, you're going to do well, because you will love what is on here. Oh my word. Anyway, next up, Game of Death. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store, or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews, and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.